It was the end of my junior year, and I had just gotten out of my bed after 2 weeks of being stuck in it thanks to a broken arm and a surgery. But that's another story. I was just chilling on the last day of school, my fucked up arm that was stuck in a perpetual L shape due to that surgery, and I was doing dumb shit like running around and falling on it in a water fight. Me and my friend, we'll just say his name is Andy, we're gonna head to the skate park after school and indulge in the devil's lettuce. While passing up one park on our way to another, we spot what looked like a dead raccoon in the grass on the other side of a fence. Continuing my trend of doing dumb shit with a fucked up arm, we decided to poke it with a stick, and the motherfucker woke up. We were surprised, especially since it didn't run off and just kinda sat there looking at us. The obvious choice would be to hop over the fence and then tame it. It is exactly what we did. Excited that we had a fucking raccoon, we took her back to the school where I named her DJ Khalid. I didn't know it was a she at that point. There wasn't many people there, obviously, because who's gonna stick around on the last day of school? The few people that were there, though, they were blessed by DJ Khaled's presence and gathered around to revere her as the goddess she was. Truly a magnificent sight to behold. Taking videos and pictures to prove that we did what most thought to be impossible and tamed a wild fucking raccoon. I'm mad that my phone was dead for a majority of this adventure, but I am glad I managed to get one shitty picture with her. After we leave school, we go back to the park where we found DJ at to acquire some of the devil's lettuce. Lucky for us, there were two dudes having a barbecue, and they had the supply for our demand. They were also mesmerized by DJ's presence and tried to give her an ice cube since it was hot and she seemed pretty out of it. After getting our lettuce, we dipped to the bus stop where a nice old lady talked to us about getting DJ some shots at Petco while her hellspawn chihuahua barked at her, not knowing it was in the presence of an absolute goddess. We got on the bus with surprisingly minimal hassle. The driver didn't give a shit that we had a fucking raccoon, but different strokes for different folks, I guess. We finally get to the skate park and immediately start gaining attention as people took notice that we had a motherfucking raccoon. I cannot stress this enough. We had a fucking raccoon. Who even? How even? I still don't know. DJ Khaled's divinity just graced that park as people gathered to get pictures and shit. And one of them, her new followers, yes, this is in fact a religion, offered to get her food. Now keep in mind that Andy and I partook in the devil's lettuce, and of course included DJ Khaled in that experience, so she probably had the munchies, as I could tell that she had been enlightened by the lettuce. The dude comes back with a bag of cat food and a quart of milk, and DJ was tearing that shit up. You know, I didn't expect cat food to really work, but then I remembered that one video where the raccoon just kind of strolls on up, fucking starts snatching a fucking cat food handfuls at a time, and that cat just looks at the owner like, bruh, can you do something about that? That was a funny ass video. But anyways, after she gets her fill, I start washing her with some water that I had until the worst happens. Oh boy, man, I don't like this part. So obviously my better judgment didn't exist at the time. I honestly don't think it existed at all that day, because the devil's lettuce had already taken its effect. So when some crackhead comes up offering to buy my baby from me, my first thought wasn't, fuck that shit. It was $70. The guy didn't have $70, but he had 30 and some more of the devil's lettuce. And just like that, my Lord and Savior was gone, wrapped up in a crackhead shirt as he walked home. Now this isn't the end of the story, as Andy would later tell me that the guy from the park had actually been killed by DJ Khaled's sheer divinity, which left him a bloody corpse. I mean, obviously not that. He just told me that he got her sick, and then she got him sick, and then it was just some weird shit, and he ended up dead by the end of it. I don't really know how it works, but I believed him, you know. So I figured, oh shit, I killed a guy. And I had very mixed emotions about that, but at the same time, how many people could say they killed a crackhead with a raccoon? That's quite the achievement. However, next time I went to the skate park, The same guys would tell me that DJ was actually put down after the crackhead took her to a vet. Yeah, so that happened. And that was a much more believable story, and I ended up overwriting Andy's story. I don't know what the fuck Andy was telling me. He was either making some shit up or some other dude was making some shit up, and then he told Andy. I don't fucking know. But the point is, DJ Khaled was gone. This was a much worse reality for me, and I definitely like the first story better, especially since DJ is alive in that version. However, DJ being ill explained a lot. Given her death-like sleep in broad daylight at the park, her lack of overall movement during the whole journey, and she was just generally out of it. And while I still regret selling her, I'm glad I was able to make her last days memorable. Hopefully, by making this video, I can immortalize the memory of DJ Khaled and let her divine presence be felt across the world, although she is no longer with us. I hope after watching this, you can accept DJ as your Lord and Savior, just as I have. I hope you enjoyed this tale of mine, and will consider subscribing for more of my crazy adventures. Swap Boy, signing out.